Alright, here we are on the lesson 20, day 2 classwork. So there's only 3 problems here. So I'm not going to really go through and do any of them. I just kind of want to go through some labeling things that might help you get through this a little easier. I think that's the hardest part with these big shapes that are split up into these tiny things, so sometimes you kind of miss things and it depends on how you look at it. Okay, so number 1 says find the area of the shaded region. So we have like these 3 shaded rectangles and then this one unshaded area in the middle. So they gave us that all the way across is 13 inches across the top. So at the bottom we have that this one is 8, which then we could say that this would be 8 inches. Okay, we have that this little guy is 2 inches. So we could say that this little guy is 2 inches. Now 8 and 2 would give us 10, which means this one would have to be 3 inches to give us the 13 to match the top part. And so remember in rectangles and squares, the opposite sides are the same length. So I would go in and do that first. So if this guy was 3 on the left, that means that this would be 3 on the top side. This 8 in the middle means that the opposite side, this would be 8 inches. They said that this was 5 on the inside here in the white space, so this would have to be 5 inches over here. And then if this short end was 3 inches on the top, this would have to be 3 on the left-hand side. This would be 16 on the left-hand side because that's what the opposite side was. So really all you're left with then is these 2 in here, okay? So you could go about it a few ways. In total, it's important to note the 3 plus the 16, this would have to give us, this would be 19 in total down this whole right side. So if this is 5 and this is 3, that would give us 8, right? We said like from here, this like dotted line, this would be 3. So that would give us 8. So then we would need a remainder of 9 inches for this side. Okay? So there are a few ways you could do this problem. And one way is probably shorter than the other, but as long as you get the right answer, that's all you really need then. Okay? So the next one, again, find the area of the shaded region. So we've got going across the top, it's a total of 14. So we have a 6, we have a 5, but then we have this little bit here. Don't forget about that. So the 6 plus the 5, this would give us 11 in total, which means to get to 14, this would have to be 3 inches. Okay. And that's really all you need to know. Just remember, you only know how to find the area of certain types of triangles, per se. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then the last one, find the area of the just say no sign. So the diameter, this is the important part, diameter of the large circle is 12. The radius of the half circles are 3, and leave in terms of pi. So I would set it up, you have a large circle, and then you have a smaller circle, okay? The diameter of the large circle is 12, which means the radius would be 6, and the radius of the small is 3. Because remember, if you're finding the area, you have to have the radius. The diameter doesn't really help you. Okay, so that's all I'll do for now. But if you guys have questions about any of this, you can always send me an email.